Hello, Nanaimo. How's everyone? It's great to be here on the unceded territory of the Nanaimo people. As First Nations, my name is Judith Sayers. Nuu-chah-nulth. As First Nations people, we always had visionaries, people who could see into the future, tell us if it was going to be a bad winter, or whether or not there was going to be a good fish run, or if things were happening. As leaders, we need to have that kind of vision. We need to know what we can do for our people and where we're going to walk. Knowing where you're going to walk and if you're walking on the right path comes to you along the way. I remember I used to do a lot of work in the early years of the Universal Declaration of Indigenous Rights. And the first time I ever went to the United Nations in Geneva, I knew that building. I knew those hallways. I knew the podium that I spoke at. I had been there. And it told me that I was on the right path and doing the right thing. Being a leader means being able to use a team of people. You can't do everything alone. And your team of people, you have to allow them to live to their full potential. Use their skills, because together you can achieve great things. You have to have the respect and power base of the people who put you where you are. If you don't have that, you're nothing. You know, sometimes being a leader means you have to be upfront, you have to be bold, and oftentimes you're alone. I don't know if you remember this, but way back when Gordon Campbell got elected, he did a referendum on treaties. And as First Nations people, we didn't want that. So I was one of the leaders in speaking out against that. And one of the things I did is I asked everybody to send me their treaty referendum ballots. And on the grand finale, we built a canoe out of cardboard. We filled it with treaty referendum ballots. And the grand finale was I was supposed to shoot a flaming arrow into this canoe. So we all walked down the hill from the Longhouse at Songhees. And I went to find the chiefs, and nobody was with me. I was alone with all these people. There was cameras everywhere, people everywhere, but no one was with me, and I couldn't see any chiefs. And I thought, oh, I'm alone. And then I thought, no, I'm not alone. The ancestors are with me. Sometimes you want somebody there physically, but lots of times you have to be the leader. When the government deleted the tree farm license 44 and made them into private lands in our territory, Nuu-chah-nulth territory, I spoke out against it. We went to court. Did anybody stand with us? No. And so we did the fight, we did our thing, and later the government started deleting TFLs from other private lands, and other people were impacted. How I wish people had stood with us at that point. Maybe we could have prevented this from happening. But sometimes leadership means being out there, being outspoken. And you know you have to be true to yourself, your values, and what you believe in. You don't want to be able to be bought by the Kinder Morgans or the Sight Seas of the world, if that's what you believe, and that's what I believe. I was asked to be on the Provincial Climate Change Advisory Council, and I was honored and I was pleased because climate change means everything to me. Then this government chose to go a Sight C, and they chose to continue to promote LNG. And it killed my spirit to know that I was on a panel, a group for this government. It took me 3 months. I didn't want to make a decision, but I stepped off of it. I'm no longer on that panel because I can't believe in people that would do something like that. And that's not where my heart is. And that's what you have to do as a leader. You have to do what you want to do. You have to live up to what you promised and what you said, or you lose the credibility of the people that put you in that place. I'm a single mother. My kids, I raised them. And how many hours and days and weeks have I been away from my children? I'd go away, and I consider it a battle, come home from the wars. And I'd hug them, and I'd remember what I was doing and why I was doing. They grounded me, because the work that I do is for them, for their children, for the grandchildren. You use what you've got of the most circumstances that you've got. And maybe being a nurturer as a mother, maybe it helped me nurture my First Nation. Maybe, I don't know, but you do what you have to do the work that you want to do. What drives you? Because what drives me is my family, is the land, the water. And that's what you focus on, and that's what you do. Always be willing as a leader to share your knowledge. Never be afraid that your student is going to surpass you, because one day you're going to be gone. What good does your knowledge do then? It's so exciting to see that. I used to work for a chief. His name was Ed Burnstick. And that's what he did. He took me, brought me to Geneva. He brought me to New York. He taught me. And I respect him more than any other leader. The former Lieutenant Governor, Iona Campaniello, was the same way. She tutored me. She was my mentor. She invited me to Government House to meet the President of Ireland, to sit with the Governor General of Canada. It was wonderful to be guided and helped, and that's what I try and do with other people, is to share my knowledge. Sometimes you just have to rise above and do what you need to do. As a leader, you don't need to put people down to make yourself better, to try and rise above them. You do negative things, you attract negative things. You do positive things, you get positive. There are so many doors, so much opportunity to be a leader, and I'm privileged to have taken advantage of some of those opportunities. To be a leader, you have to think like a leader. And I look forward to seeing the leadership of each and every one of you in this room as we go forward to build our homes, our country. Clayco, Clayco.